And so it just feels like control. Like it feels like something is, what's not a thing? Things don't have consciousness that would want to manipulate or control someone else, another consciousness. So it's like a consciousness that like is seeking to block me. And it's what I just described. Like my whole life feels like someone is blocking my life from happening. And it kind of feels like there's like this vibe, like uh, if like you know that Langston Hughes poem, "What Happens to a Dream Deferred." First of focus, and it was like it's more like what happens to a life deferred. Like what happens to a life that has just been like side like swept, like just like and it's like all I ever was like an A student. All I ever was a hard worker, like or a good worker. All I ever was someone who studied all the books from the library to try to understand the nature of the traumatic events and their effect on me. All I ever was someone who bullet journaled and kept records and came up with like thought tech, as I call it, to try to track and therefore manage the effects of all the things that I didn't get from family or society that left me malnourished as a cognitive process and a human being. All I ever was focused, and yet it's like nothing is happening. What the fuck? All I ever was somebody who went to therapy every session. All I ever was someone who told of the abuse as it was happening so that I could be saved. Like it's not like I had too much pride and nobody knew. People knew all the time. I talked because I wanted to not have this happen to my life, and it's not as bad as it could be. But that is a bullshit fucking perspective that the evil that is destroying my life, my whole life, wants me to be calmed down with. And it's like, no, you're doing something to me. When you deter my life, all of that negated energy, you're taking it for yourself and you're creating your life with it. That's what I sense. You're like mining me so that you can have a fake wealth because that's what you do. That's what you're doing. That's what this world is doing to me. That's what people in this world, whoever they are, whatever they are, whatever these minds are doing to my life. And possibly to other people who are experiencing this if they are out there. But like that's what I'm asking like about. Like how do I stop that from happening to